All right, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to dive into something, and it's going to be quick, but I thought it was really cool. And the sun is out today, and so my solar-powered SDR lookout station is up and running, and it's remotely accessible via Rust Desk. That is the screen that you're seeing, which is running on the LattePanda that is inside of this weatherproof box that I have on a pole out remotely. With network connectivity to it. It has a solar panel on top. I've shown some pictures on it, so if you look at my social media, you'll find more about it there. You'll see the other components that keep this thing alive. But particularly, I just zoomed in a little bit here to show the LattePanda, which we're going to be using here to run some applications that are in the latest DragonOS Noble. And then the Nooelec SDR that you see in the gold writing, I put that one in there, that particular one, because that's going to allow me to reach up over 1900 megahertz, which is what I need for this video. And the goal for this video is to quickly detect and track signals from T-Mobile and Starlink's direct-to-cell satellite service. I'm sure a lot of you have been getting notifications about the free service or free trial or demo or whatever it is. So I thought it was pretty cool. The satellites are pretty fascinating. They're using frequency division duplex, so they're sending and receiving signals simultaneously on separate frequencies. Looks like a channel bandwidth of no more than 5 megahertz, and they should be flying past in low Earth orbit. So it means the satellites are moving really quickly, and then so tracking them is a little bit of a fun challenge. And then to help me catch these signals, uh, I just grabbed this particular antenna and generally pointed it skyward. And yeah, so it's getting pretty good reception on the satellites passing overhead. And then I'm going to use a fork of LTE Cell Scanner that is included in the DragonOS Noble for running the applications that I'm about to show you. So this is pretty straightforward. There is a shortcut under Other to somewhere here, LTE Cell Scanner. It dumps you right into the directory here, which if you run an LS, you can see that I had already compiled versions for the HackRF and the RTL SDR. So again, because I'm remotely accessing this, there is the RTL SDR, of course. We can look at the flags that we can pass, and there's a lot of them. I'm just really going to use the start and the end frequency because I did a little research beforehand. But if you didn't know where signals were, cellular signals, you could use a really wide range, just a generic start and end frequency on here and find cells. You can also use an example tool that SRS RAN has and specify particular bands, and then it'll only scan through those frequencies. It's pretty interesting. But we need, let me think, we need to start roughly because, like I said, I already know roughly about where this is at, so I'm going to speed this up just a little bit here. And we want to start about 19, let me think, 92, just to show you an example. We'll start right to the left and end right to the right of what I'm really looking for. So we're going to add an E6 there, so that's 1992.4 megahertz, and we'll do a dash E for the end of 1992, do 6E6. I'm just going to leave everything else default. The gain, all that's generally fine. This is going to start up. You'll see it's using that E4000 tuner, and so it's examining the center frequency on 1992.4. It'll take a little bit, it'll jump to the next one. So I'm hoping there's something up there right now that we're looking at, and so we should get a result here. If not, I'll run it one more time, but I'm hoping that something will spit back here just to give us an indication. Yeah, so didn't add time. Let's go. Let's do one more pass here. Hopefully the signal is strong enough and we get a result here. I guess to really speed it up, I could just put it on 1992.5, but let's see. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to control C it there. So we see that, hey, there's that FDD cell, there's the frequency, just like I said. And so, okay, how do we know that that is the direct to cell? Well, you're going to see that those cell IDs are going to change really fast. And so what we want to do now is we're going to run the LTE tracker, and we're going to try and track these cells as they go flying by. So we're going to tell it a frequency of 1992.5, and of course put an E6 on there. We're going to give it a little bit. Once it finds a cell, then this screen should change, and then we will be able to track what's going flying by here. Yep, there we go. That's a good sign. So just pay close attention. I'm going to run it for a little bit, but you can see already there we've got some different cell IDs. You can see the health kind of comes up high, and then it's rapidly decreasing. So just pay attention. You're going to see that these, I mean, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. These satellites are flying past. We're picking them up. We're seeing them, and then they're falling out of, basically reception range, I guess you'd say. You can do some other different views here. You can see right arrow gets you over, tells you the FDD cell number there at the top. You can just see over time. So it's just some basic stuff, but this would get you the information and see that, hey, I'm looking at where I need to be looking here, and then you probably roll in with LTE Cell Scanner, or sorry, no, LTE Sniffer, to get a little more information on that cell stuff. I'm just looking at externals here, and this is purely just research. I mean, can't imagine it's anything different than people are into receiving weather satellite information. In this case, I just thought it was pretty cool. It's cellular information. So, all right, come back again to the channel, and I'll probably try and figure out how can I do something related to LTE Sniffer, and if I can, I'll share it. All right, thank you.